The mind of Christ, superior belief systems.
Every gathering against your life, today they scatter. Everyone in life that must go far must be under a level of parental control, spiritual or physical. The day you get to a point in your life when you say to yourself, nobody controls me, I own myself, it is my life, there's nothing anybody can do, this is my life, nobody is feeding me, nobody is clothing me, nobody can tell me what to do. I read I told you in the Bible in Matthew 23, I think 9, when somebody quoted to me, he said, Bible said, call no man your father. How will you say father in the Lord? How will you call somebody your father? But the Bible said, call no man your father. If you read that Matthew 29 verse 9, 23 verse 9, he said, call no man your father, small letter F. He said, but you have one father, big letter F. What God was trying to say is that do not compare any man or allow any man take the place of your almighty father. He did not say you should not have value for your father, because even Paul said while he was ministering in 1 John 4:4, he said, little children, fear not, for you have overcome the world, for greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. In Galatians 4, I think verse 19, Paul said, my little children. Paul was trying to let us know, I have given birth to you. He said, whom I travail in birth until Christ be formed in you. In 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 15, Paul said, you have 10,000 instructors but not many fathers. I am your father, I have given birth to you through the gospel. He was saying to them, I am your spiritual father. There is a value of the spiritual father, there's a value for the spiritual mother. Nobody is trying to cajole you, nobody is trying to deceive you, nobody is trying to imprison you. We are telling you about protocol. It is how you honor them that God honors you. Abraham was a man that walked with God, but under him the nation of Israel was not formed. Isaac walked with God, but under him the nation of Israel was not formed. But Jacob, who you call a supplanter, Jacob, who you call a cheat, Jacob, who you call a deceiver, because he constantly reminded God, Abraham and Isaac, under him what the father could not put together, what the grandfather could not put together, under him Israel was formed. Child of God, anytime Joshua encounters a major obstacle, when Joshua look at the obstacle and he cannot see a miracle, Joshua will cry out, according to Moses, the servant of God, as he remembers his Moses, answer come on the scene. Elisha come to a point, he saw the rivers of Jordan, he was holding the mantle. Look at the mantle, look at the river. When you get to that point, when you have the message, look at the message, look at the problem, yet no solution. What did Elisha do? He lifted the mantle. Where is the Lord God of Elijah? He went with his father and his mother. That's the problem we have. This generation wants to raise up bastards, spiritual bastards, so they underplay the role of a spiritual father. Just the same way this generation wants to raise biological bastards, where people are becoming dependent, not to talk to their parents. Have you noticed any child who hides things from the mother, from the father, goes into error? Goes into error. Nothing destroys a child like when your friends begin to tell you, must you tell your mother everything? Must you tell your father everything? Is there everything you tell your parents? Can't you keep some? When a child begins to believe that lie, that child will regret it. Yes, sir. Because you cannot know more than them. He went with his father and mother. The place. Now, how many of you know who led the children of Israel into the promised land? Who?
between Elisha and Elijah, who did more miracles? Who? Elijah did 16. Elisha did 32. Double. It was Joshua that took them to the promised land. But in Matthew 17, on the Mount of Transfiguration, it was not Joshua or Elisha that appeared. It was Moses and the fathers.